the uniform, and it's a story about a guy. When he was 18 years old, he got a job as a security guard in a supermarket. So in the first week, he he went to course, a training course, and he learned three golden rules. One was that he must never sit down. The other one, he never must sit down on duty. Secondly, he mustn't put his hands in his pocket. And thirdly, if there is any trouble, he had to call the police. So he went to the supermarket, and when the people saw him, they started to move and to make a space for him. So he feels strange. Then, when he arrived at the supermarket, the manager introduced him to Miss Curtis. She was the store detective, and he was dressed in plain clothes so that she could spy on the customers. The customers couldn't notice that she was the detective of the supermarket, because she says that the shop filters always keep their eyes on the person who wore the uniform. So then he started to patrol. Okay, his day were began, and he started to patrol the islands, trying to protect his professional image. So he didn't know how to do, because he couldn't put his hands in his pocket, so he was like awkward. So he saw a woman had dropped his purse, a woman who dropped her purse on the floor, and she had bent down to pick it up. And while she was picking up the purse, she took something off of the bottom shelf, and she put it into her coat pocket. And so he went to the brush to tell Mrs. Curtis what he had seen, but instead of receive a pat on the back, she was furious, and she said, "Don't talk to me." And she told him, "Don't talk to me," in front of the customer, and she was angry. So she says to the guy that he have to leave the work of detective to her. So he was disappointed, and he just didn't take too seriously, and because he felt bad, because she said like, you just are the men who wear a uniform. So after that experience, he didn't take his work seriously. So while he was walking, he saw a youth man with shaved head and with tattoos. And so the man came along the island, and when the man saw him, and he stopped and took a packet of biscuits off the shelf and put it inside the front of his jacket. So when the security guard saw him, the judge only just said, "Where are you looking at, red face?" and he took the biscuits. So he said, "Reply, so what?" and that is a story that will be continued.